This Tech Talk video is entitled Data Privacy Rights. This is a project of Joshua Pidlawan as part of his requirements under IS201 Computer Ethics.
Hello guys, I'm Josh. In today's Tech Talk video, we'll talk about what are our data privacy rights under Republic Act 10173 or the Data Privacy Act of 2012. First of all, a caveat. The Data Privacy Act of 2012 does not apply to some cases. There are certain exceptions where we cannot invoke the rights to be mentioned later. This can be found on Section 4 of the same Act. Before we get to the main topic of this Tech Talk, let us define some terms that will be used in this video. Data subject. This refers to an individual whose personal information is processed. Personal information. This refers to any information from which the identity of an individual can be reasonably and directly ascertained by the entity holding the information. Personal Information Controller or PIC. This refers to a person or organization who controls the collection, holding, processing, or use of personal information, or an organization who instructs another person or organization to do the same on their behalf. Now, let's get to the main topic. Here are the rights of the data subject, aka us. First, right to be informed. You have the right to be informed that your personal information will be, are being, or were collected and processed. This right also requires PICs to notify you if your data have been compromised. Second, right to access. You have the right to find out if an organization holds any of your personal information, and if so, to gain access to them. You have the right to obtain a copy of such data collected. Through this, you can also ask them to provide you a written description of the kind of information they have collected and as to the purposes for holding them. It should be provided in an easy-to-access format, accompanied with a full explanation executed in plain language. Third, right to object. You have the right to object or withhold your consent to process your data. When you object your consent, the PIC should no longer process your personal data, unless processing is pursuant to a subpoena, for obvious purposes, or a result of legal obligation. Fourth, right to erasure or blocking. You have the right to suspend, withdraw, or order the blocking, removal, or destruction of your personal data, if upon discovery you have a substantial proof that, first, your personal data is incomplete, outdated, false, or unlawfully obtained. Second, it is being used for the purposes you did not authorize. Third, it is no longer necessary for the purposes for which they were collected. Fourth, you decided to withdraw consent or you object to its processing and there is no overriding legal grounds for its processing. Fifth, the data concerns information prejudicial to the data subject, unless justified by a freedom of speech or of expression or of the press or otherwise authorized by a court of law. Sixth, the processing is unlawful. And seventh, the PIC violated your rights as data subject. Fifth, right to damages. You have the right to claim compensation if you suffered damages due to inaccurate, incomplete, outdated, false, unlawfully obtained, or unauthorized use of personal data, considering any violation of your rights and freedoms as data subjects. Sixth, right to rectify. You have the right to dispute and have the PIC correct any inaccuracy or error in your personal data, which the PIC should act on it immediately. The PIC should ensure that you have access and receipt of both new and retracted information and furnish any third party with the said information should you request it. 7th, right to data portability. You have the right to obtain and electronically move, copy, or transfer your data in a secure manner for further use. This allows you to manage your personal data in your private device and to transmit your data from one PIC to another. The rights mentioned may also be invoked by the lawful heirs or assigns of the data subject, for which he or she is an heir or assignee at any time after the data subject's death, incapacitation, or incapability of exercising the rights. If you feel that your personal information has been misused, maliciously disclosed, or improperly disposed, or that any of your data privacy rights have been violated, you have a right to file a complaint with the National Privacy Commission at www.privacy.gov.ph. Please like and share the video to spread awareness about our data privacy rights. Thank you!